Hello everyone, I welcome you all to today's class. I'm Ankita Pokharel. Today we'll be learning an exciting topic, and that is all about writing and grammar. In the writing section, we'll learn how to fill a registration form and also how to write punctuations in correct way. In the grammar section, we shall learn about writing in and from in appropriate way, followed by uses of is, am and are. Let's start. Okay kids, let's begin with the writing part. And here we are about to fill in a registration form for the school. Now, a registration form is an information form where people fill in for getting registered at a company or any organization. Here we are doing for a school because it's a student registration form. Let's begin with the first part, and the first part is filling in the name of applicant, and it should be done in block letters. Block letters means all the letters should be capital as it's shown here. Okay, here it's written first name. Let's write a first name of any of the students. Let's assume it's Roshan. So let's write Roshan. Roshan. Middle name, maybe we can give him a middle name as Kumar. Last name, let's assume his name is Rai. So R-A-I-C. We fill in the form in block letters for first name, middle name and last name. Last name is also known as surname. If there is no middle name, we can just leave it as blank or give a dash. Okay, let's go to the next part, and it's writing the date of birth. Let's assume he was born in 2068. So let's write 2068. Jester means 2, Jester 25. Okay, all right. Now moving further, here you'll have to fill in the information of gender. Since Roshan is a male, we are going to give a tick mark here. If it was for female, we would have given a tick mark here. If it was for other genders, we could have given a tick mark in the other block. Now grade, the grade he is applying for. Suppose he is applying for grade 4. Let's write 4 here. F-O-U-R. Okay, now here there is one information asked, and that is only for new students. That's the name of previous school. If the applicant is a new student, that person needs to fill in this part. Okay, for example, Roshan is a new student and he has to write the name of his previous school. So let's write. So address, here you will have to fill in your permanent address or temporary address. It's not mentioned as specific, so write down the address that Roshan lives in. Okay, since we are doing it for Roshan, we'll write Roshan's address. So let's assume Roshan is from Rukum. Let's say there's a toll called People Boat. So let's write Rukum People Boat. Okay, so this is the address of Roshan. Now let's move further to fill in the parents' information. Here we need to write down the father's name. Okay, let's assume Roshan's father's name is Ram. So let's write it here. Ram Rai. So Roshan's father is Ram Rai. Now here we need to fill in father's contact number. Okay, let's write any of the number. Let's write 9848. Something can be filled in here. We'll give XX here. Okay, all right. Father's occupation, let's say his father is a banker. So let's write B-A-N-K-E-R, banker. Okay, let's move further. Here in the next block we need to write down Roshan's mother's name. So suppose Roshan's mother's name is Sita. Let's write Sita Rai. Okay, so here next is we need to fill in Roshan's mother's contact number. That means Sita Rai's contact number. Let's fill it in with a number. Let's again assume it to be this, and we are going to give XX, assuming it to be any numbers. Here we need to fill in mother's occupation. It could be homemaker, it could be any of the others occupation. Let's write she is a teacher. TEACHER. Assuming that she is a teacher. Here we learned filling in a student registration form. We did it for Roshan Kumar Rai, and he is going to get admitted in grade 4. Okay, what's his previous school's name? It's Saraswati Mavi, and he belongs to Rukum. Alright, his father's name is Ram Rai. We also wrote his father's occupation as a banker, mother's name as Sita Rai, and mother's occupation as a teacher. I guess you can do it for yourself as well. Alright, now we are going to start up with our grammar lessons. What are we going to learn today? Under this section, here we are going to learn the uses of is, am, and are. Before moving into the topic, let's quickly know why and where are these words used and what to do to us. Okay, these words help us to talk about people, things, and action in different situations. So these words help us talk about people, things, and actions in different situations. Okay, and these words are used to indicate the state of being. Okay, how is something happening? The state of being. Alright, so once we know this, we shall now move to the uses of is, am, and are individually. Let's move to the uses of is, am, and are individually. So let's start up learning the use of is. So the first thing we need to understand when we use is used with singular nouns or pronouns. I'm sure you know about singular nouns or pronouns. So singular nouns are the nouns which are only one in number, the countable nouns. Also, pronouns are the pronouns which are one in number. Nouns include the name of person, place, animal, things. And pronouns are he, she, this, that, right? Yes. So let's take an example which says she is a doctor. What does this sentence tell about? Here, in this sentence, is linking the first part of the sentence to the second part of the sentence. What is the first part of the sentence? She. She is the subject, which is the first part of the sentence. She is. So is linking subject to the predicate. Predicate means the second part of the sentence. Okay, so here is helping out link the first part of the sentence to the second part of the sentence, right? All right, now let's move to the use of am. When is am used? So am is used with personal pronoun I. What is I? It's called personal pronoun. Okay, you use it for yourself, right? Personal pronoun. Remember, I is always capital, whether it comes at the beginning of the sentence or within the middle part of the sentence. I is always capital. Okay, let's take an example. When do we use am? So we use am to, of course, link the first part of the sentence to the second part of the sentence. Am is always used with the personal pronoun I. So let's start the sentence using I am a, let's say, student. Here, am is describing I, right? It's linking the first part of the sentence to the second part of the sentence. With the help of am, I is being described, right? Okay, let's take another example. As I have taken an example of a student, let me also write I am a teacher. Okay, here I am explaining about myself. Am is describing what I am, right? So I am a teacher. Am is used to describe the personal pronoun I. Alright, let's see where do we use are. Do you know where do we use are? Okay, are is used with plural nouns or pronouns. Are is used with plural nouns or pronouns. Okay, so plural is something that is more than one. If there is something more than one, then we call it plural. Okay, so plural nouns are plural names of person, place, animal, or thing. On the pronoun, the plural pronouns are we. What are the plural pronouns? We, you, they. What else? Of course, those. Can you say some more? These. All right. So, these are the examples of plural pronoun. Okay. So, are is used to describe more than one thing or person. Okay. Can you give me an example? Okay, let me give you an example on my own. So, let's say, example, they are students. They are students. Here we have plural pronoun they, and then it's the first part of the sentence which is getting linked with are, and it's getting linked with the last part of the sentence, that is student. They are student. So what you guys have to remember is used for one. Okay, am is used for yourself. It is always used with the personal pronoun I, and are is used for more than one. Okay, this is what you have to remember when you are using is, am, and are in your sentence. Now, let's go do some exercises. Okay, kids, together let's complete the following sentences using is, am, or are. Let's go to number A. So what's in number A? It's asking, we dash from Chitwan. What do you think fits in here? We is a plural pronoun. Right. So, what do we use for plural pronouns? We use are. Correct. We are from Chitwan. He. Is he a singular pronoun or plural pronoun? He is a singular pronoun. Right? He is one. So, he is from Pokhara. I. What had I said about I? For personal pronoun I, we always use am. Okay. I hope you all are getting it correct. What's in number D? It's asking, he does a good boy. Again, of course, we'll be using is for he, they. They. What kind of pronoun is they? They is a plural pronoun. So, for plural pronouns, we use are. Alright, I hope you learned something about the use of is, am, and are. Okay, so the next thing we are going to learn for grammar is the use of in or from. Alright, so what do they do? The use of in and from is they help us understand where people or things are located or where they come from. Now let's move to the subtopic in. Okay, we are going to learn about each of them individually. We will first learn the use of in individually. Okay, so in is used when we talk about being inside or within a place. Let's learn this using an example. Let's say Sita is in Italy. So what does this example tell us? This example tells us that Sita is currently located within Italy. That's why we wrote in when she is within a place. Since she is in Italy, that's within a place, we used in to describe her location. Okay? Likewise, now when did we use in? We used in to express Sita being within a place. Okay, now let's move to learn where do we use from. So now let's learn where do we use from. From is used when we talk about where someone or something comes from. So when we have to talk about where someone or something comes from, we use from. Okay? So let's take an example again for from to. Let's say the delicious pizza comes from Italy. So in the previous sentence, when we had to talk about something or someone being inside or within a place, we used in. And now we are using from to describe where someone or something comes from. So the sentence is revealing that the delicious pizza comes from Italy. Okay, so I'm going to give you a quick tip to remember about the use of in and from. In is used when something is within a place. Okay, and when is from used? From is used to indicate where someone or something comes from. So if you happen to get confused, just remember that in is used when something is within a place, like we took an example of Sita being within Italy, right? So from is used to indicate where someone or something comes from. We got to know that the delicious pizza is from Italy, right? So here, using this tip, you can easily find out the difference and use in and from in your sentences to make them look and appear appropriate. Okay kids, here are some sentences and you will have to complete the sentences with in or from. Based on the explanation given earlier, please do it as your assignment. तपाईहरुलाई आजको कक्षा कस्तो लाग्यो? तपाईहरुका केही सुझाव वा गुनासाहरू छन् भने हामीलाई सम्पर्क गर्न सक्नुहुनेछ। हामीलाई सम्पर्क गर्ने ठेगाना हो learning@dearwalk.edu.np। अर्को कक्षामा फेरि अर्को पाठ लिएर उपस्थित हुने नै छु। त्यतिन्जेलसम्मको लागि नमस्कार, धन्यवाद।